So, what'd you do with the money?
It's nothing, just sitting there.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I borrow some of it?
With interest.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the season finale episode of No More Ink, the official after show for Ink Master Hometown Heroes that also dives deeper into the world of tattooing. I'm your host, Ryan Ashley, and joining me today is season 16 winner, 28-year tattooer, and finale guest judge, James Tex.
James, you do have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Hi.
Hi, Ryan.
Nice to see you back in the Ink Master studio.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So obviously you were there with us for this finale.
Yeah.
You saw everything these guys went through. You saw these tattoos up close. Was it sort of a full circle of your whole experience sort of coming into fruition?
Yeah, I was just remembering how I felt when I was standing there, you know,
Yeah.
the anxiety and the sweating dripping off my fingers and stuff like that, because it's a lot at the end.
Is it nice to see what's behind the judge's desk? Was it as glamorous back there as
No.
anything? No? I know, we need to get some cup holders. We gotta get some cup holders or something. Well, now it's time to get into the ink, so here's your official spoiler alert. As we established at the end of the last episode, Seth, Ishnard, Matt, and Luca are in the finale, and they're repping their hometowns from all around the globe. They have to tackle 3 master canvas tattoos. We also found out that James Tex is going to be joining us on the other side of the judges' table.
The winner of season 16, James Tex.
I think all of the artists were pretty shocked to see you come out of those doors. I don't think anybody was expecting it. So how did it feel coming back into the studio?
A little PTSD, but it was
Yeah.
fine. I mean, everyone's really nice. The cast is really nice, the crew and all that stuff. So they make you feel right at home. I was nervous, you know, never been on that side or done that kind of stuff before,
Yeah.
but I had a great experience, and
Yeah.
it was awesome.
People ask me all the time, they're like, is it like on Anchorman where you guys are up there, like, you know, actually in like sweatpants and all that? And the answer is yes, a lot of the time, actually, yeah. Tell me about your life since winning last season. How's it been?
It's been great. I don't think anything's really changed, because I've always been a hard worker, and I work 5 days a week for the last 28 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that doesn't change. I do been traveling a bit more conventions. I do a lot anyways, but I just stepped it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I see you're tattooing in the States now, huh?
Yeah, I got my work visa, so I can go down there. I'm gonna try to do a lot more conventions and guest spots in the States in the next few years.
So, what'd you do with the money?
It's nothing, just sitting there.
Really?
Yeah,
Can I borrow some of it?
sure. With interest.
$250,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah,
It's
is.
a $250,000. Did it come in one big check?
No,
It didn't?
No.
They didn't send you a giant
it's
check?
electric email transfer stuff.
Oh, what a...
I was hoping that someone knock on the door, that big, you know.
Yeah. We were speaking previously about this new business adventure you've been going on.
Texquila.
Texquila!
It's just a random weird idea I had, and it's snowballed overnight, and it's like a family business, you know. Both
Yeah.
of my kids are involved in it, right?
Yeah.
And different flavors of tequila, and and a seltzer tequila drink. It's exciting.
I mean, not only do you work with your kids, you competed with Anthony last season.
Yeah.
And now you guys are saying, "F it, let's make a tequila company."
Yeah, yeah, it's fun.
Well, how about we look at some of the tattoos that you've been doing in real life? You are an incredible artist. You're fast as super imaginative illustrator. Let's check some out.
Okay.
Cool. Look at this one. Oh my God, it's cool.
I do like faces with expression or mystical, scary.
You know what the thing about your work is? It's always so expressive. Like no one is bored in any of your illustrations. They're always feeling something and exuding it and projecting it outward. And it's very emotional.
I think that comes from actually drawing your tattoos though and working on it.
Yeah.
Because if you just were to trace something or copy something, it's usually stagnant and a little stiff. You could tell it's stiff.
Yeah.
But it is hard to draw different angles and different expressions. But
Yeah. Ooh. Do you do a lot of black and gray?
Yeah, I do a fair bit, yeah.
Yeah?
Not realistic black and gray, I keep it pretty simple.
Yeah, oh, that's super simple for sure. Looks
Yeah,
good.
that one probably only took like 10 hours or something.
What, the whole thing?
Yeah,
Nuh-uh.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of here. So for these 24-hour back piece challenges, you could have gotten 2 back pieces done?
Well, actually, I got mine done in 22 hours, I think.
You did end early on yours. You had some time, right?
Yeah, and
A
then
little bit?
the last 6 hours, you're trying to just take care of your client.
Yeah.
So they can make it through, because it was painful and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. This is cool. Well, next up is tattoo review, and we have a few pretty epic pieces to look at for this finale episode. First up will be the 24-hour back pieces.
The time has come to critique your 24-hour master canvases.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
All right, so first on the docket, we're gonna look at Ishnard's back tattoo. The reason I loved this one so much was because the more I looked at it and the more I studied it, the more it grew on me. You know, it was just so interesting and so weird and unique and strange, and it kept grabbing my attention and my eyes kept veering towards it. You know what I mean? Just naturally.
I get what you're saying, because I love all illustrative hands and faces and stuff, but I actually think the more I look at it, the busier it still gets.
Really?
Yeah.
You're feeling opposite about it?
Yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
I like to know what things are when I see it.
Instantly?
If not, like, pretty soon. I
Yeah.
don't want to read a book about what it's about.
You have to read the notes, read the caption to figure it out, closed captioning. This was Luca's back piece.
It's fun. This one's fun.
Yeah, he just needed a little bit more time, you know? That's it, just
Well-
some more time.
Yeah. Yeah, that tongue would be better just red.
The bunny is awesome, cute little face. It makes me smile. I just wish the tongue was solid red. It just looks unfinished.
Red,
Or just striking.
bright red. It would have balanced the red hearts as well, almost.
Because actually, he did have the best composition.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
nice.
The way it travels down is kind of nice.
I think my favorite thing about this is actually the top of the exclamation points. How he had it almost like it was like a paint pen.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even look like a tattoo. It looked like it was done with a different sort of medium. It was really cool to see up there.
And he doesn't normally do this style, right? He does
He's
realistic.
a color realism artist.
So he took a swing.
Yeah.
But he had to.
That's the thing though, is you have the entire back to fill. It's your choice whether you fill it or not. So I think there's ways to do color realism and break it up creatively so
Yeah.
that you could utilize a ton of that negative space and make it purposeful, you know? Okay, this is Seth's American traditional back piece.
Individually, all the tattoos seem nice. But it's doing a traditional back piece. He should have done so many other things.
I know.
Like I mentioned how it should have one big crazy eagle, you know?
Yeah,
that would
just
be so badass.
one thought. Just one big thought.
I don't know if I love the ship as a centerpiece. It would have been cool to see the biggest and boldest piece be right up there in the middle.
You could have done it a little bigger, stretch it out. It's just too stiff. I think you just smothered it with too much stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the problem is I think Seth was trying to reach into his creative side and make traditional creative by having everything he put in be symbolic. So I think he was thinking very allegorically about this tattoo, and there's a rhyme and a reason as to why he added all of this stuff. But the rhyme or reason has nothing to do with aesthetics or art. You know, he's like, I want this, this, this. And so for me, I don't like how it's kind of symmetrical and kind of asymmetrical because it's sort of that uncanny valley of which one is it actually supposed to be.
I just can't stop looking at those clouds.
The clouds, oh yeah!
Those clouds look like the eagle's testicles hanging down.
They do! Looks like eagle balls, big eagle balls hanging down.
Yeah, he should have just done them simple, traditional,
Yeah,
and we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Yeah,
and
I
it would have been easier for him.
yeah.
You got to remember simplicity when you're doing traditional tattoos.
It's just confusing here, you know, what's really the star of the show? Because in my mind, it should be the ship, but the ship is one of the smaller elements, actually, in the tattoo. All right, and for the winner of the season, this is Matt's, it's not even a back, it's a back butt down to the thighs.
The sheer size of this tattoo, it's really impressive that you got that much done.
The strategy of leaving all of your negative space in the center.
It looked white.
It looks
like it was packed white.
Yeah, and he was trying to even go bigger.
He was trying to even
Well,
go
over the
bigger.
arms or something?
He had plans. He was feeling very ambitious, and I think he wanted to go down both legs more and onto the arm a little bit.
I love the expression on it.
Yeah, it's dope.
cool.
The veins in the eyes.
Yeah.
Super simple color palette.
It's efficient, but he had the style to it, and it's striking.
Yeah.
So that's,
It's crazy.
and I knew what it was.
I mean, you know what this is from a block and a half
Maybe
away.
except for the scroll.
Oh yeah,
I forget there's a scroll there.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just
The-
remember that.
The scroll in the teeth gets a little lost. I think
get
it's
a little
because it's the same color as the actual face. You know what I mean? It didn't separate enough. But come on, look at this thing.
It's so cool.
It's super cool. All right, well now it's time to visit a prior season of the competition for a segment called Ink Remastered, where a former contestant gets another shot at the tattoo that sent them home. Today we have Coral Ladna from season 15. Let's take a look.
Coral, ultimately you fell short in the bottom of the tattoo. It feels very unfinished, as well as the application of the tattoo.
My technical ability wasn't the best, but in terms of my vision as an artist, I present for you every time a completely innovative perspective in tattooing. And if you give me the opportunity, I can blow you away.
Whoa, it's a different approach.
Can't tell what it is yet.
I think I saw a snake head. Did you see a snake head?
Oh, there it
What's
is.
that?
Okay,
It's right
snake,
there.
it's snakehead. I see it now.
Snakehead? What's this gonna be? It's nothing like the original.
No. Is it supposed to be a take on the original one?
Yeah, it's a redo.
Was there a snake in the last one?
No, but there was a lot of like, you know, like
Shapes and
yeah,
trippy
shapes and-
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, the eyes looking cool. I guess.
Yeah, she brought the eye back in it. So this original challenge was 360 tattoos.
So I had to
meaning
wrap all the way around the arm.
Fully, yep, you got it.
Well, it looks like she's saturating a lot better.
I mean, this one's definitely a lot more colorful. Look at her, she looks great.
She's fancy.
She's so cute.
Oh, it's way better.
Wow,
Yeah, colors look bright,
this is cool. Look how it
dynamics,
wraps. Oh, it's cool.
and just has composition too. Like everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
It seems like it does.
Cool.
Where the first one doesn't seem like she was trying to fill in those spaces with random shapes. But
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I
that's
love
cool.
the bird on the back.
Yeah.
That's so rad.
and it does look well saturated.
Yeah, really nicely saturated.
Yeah, the face is cool.
Cool.
The eyes cool.
Oh, it's so much more of a coral tattoo as well. She's got to feel so much better about this one. Super cool. She really does have a pretty unique take on tattooing, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's her own style.
Yeah.
Which is hard to find nowadays.
It really is. She's very unique. I've always really liked her stuff.
Yeah, it's a very nice tattoo.
So much cooler. In addition to these crazy 24-hour back pieces, the 4 finalists also had to create not 1, but 2 6-hour leg tattoos, and they had to be in the style of one of their fellow contestants' back pieces. Because to be an ink master, you have to prove that you can out-tattoo all of your competitors. Let's take a look. So this one is Traditionard.
That's right.
I see traditional, but not straight up traditional.
I think you created a new style, traditional.
I take that. I'll take that.
It's nice, beautiful face. Snake is cool,
Yeah.
but a little too much going on.
Looking at this tattoo, it's put in nicely. I really love the color palette. I love the green, I love the gold, but it's almost like, it reminds me of a pile of traditional tattoo stickers that you're holding in your hand, and they're on top of each other,
Layering.
and they're like layered on top of each other, you know?
Yeah.
This is another one where it's like, throw the kitchen sink in there, that's all you're missing.
Yeah.
Still a cool tattoo, it's striking. This is Ishnard's Japanese tattoo.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like this one because it does have flow with the body. The clouds are a little stacked, but other than that, it's awesome.
I mean, the closer you get to this tattoo, the more you appreciate all the intricate, tiny, delicate little pieces about it.
And he put his little signature in it with that skull.
Yeah, of course he did. Okay, this is Luca's American Traditional.
I wasn't a fan of this one.
You didn't like it?
No. I mean,
Really?
it looks traditional, but where they into the shark
I think it's a Marlin.
marlin and the hand and it's like it's overlaid too much with a
Yeah.
hand holding the knife. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, instantly it reads as American Traditional. though.
Yes,
And
it
I mean
does,
like
it does.
like old school, vintage, real American Traditional.
Yeah.
Which I give him props for because he is, you know,
Not that.
absolutely not that. He's color
So
realism.
really, he did 2 tattoos that he probably never done before. You know, this one, the traditional one, and the back piece. He doesn't really do that at all. So he was up against a lot of
And
stuff.
Japanese. We always appreciated his versatility, but also his like positive attitude towards taking a swing at anything, right? He always took everything with so much grace and confidence, but no cockiness, and he blew us out of the water a whole bunch of times.
Awesome.
This is his Japanese piece, and I'm sure you remember seeing it in person. It was
It was nice.
clean. But there is a lot going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't imagine it being cleaner. It
Like,
was,
if you just took all the maple leaves,
yeah.
because they look like tattoos on her ankle
yeah,
and a
that's
patch on her kimono, you know?
Yeah, it's because they're so stagnant. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like they're half on the body, half off the body. They're stuck, like they were wet and they got stuck to her leg outside, you know?
But awesome, like well applied again.
Really well applied. All right, this one was Seth's color illustrative tattoo.
Yeah, top half is cool. He was trying something different, you know, taking a big swing but I don't know what he normally does though, right? So this looks like a swing to me.
This was a super swing for Seth, and it was a swing in terms of pushing himself to create something out of his own mind that pushed his own limits a little bit, you know? And so watching Seth the entire season grow and develop and take on every challenge after the next one, I was extremely proud of Seth when he pulled this out of nowhere, because it's just one of the weirdest things that he's done, and I love weird. Weird pushes boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for Seth. I hope he kind of develops this style
Yeah, it is.
for
It's cool. It
himself.
has style.
Yeah. This is Seth's Japanese tattoo.
The Japanese maple leaves are good. Just that top of the head gets it for me.
The top of the head?
Yeah.
What
Where
about
they're
it?
shaven, where
Yeah,
the shaved part.
yeah.
It doesn't look shaved, it looks painted on. Like if someone took a roller and rolled on some paint on their head, you know? So
Yeah.
should have just stippled it and lightly
Stippled
shaved.
it, yeah, different texture. Because the top of the head, it gets a little hard to read where that starts and ends, and like going into the hair, you know?
Yeah. But the hair alone is pretty cool.
Yeah, hair's cool.
It has energy.
Yeah, and I really like the purple and the gold together. You know?
Purple and the gold.
purple and the gold, like the purple around the eyes and the gold inside of the eyes.
Again, it looks a little painted to me.
Yeah? Not for you?
Like bad
Like bad?
80s metal makeup.
Who
know?
doesn't like bad 80s metal makeup?
I didn't say I didn't like it.
just doesn't
said it
belong
just
on this
not
tattoo.
on this tattoo.
Got it. Yeah, it's
I
cool.
know what he was trying to go for. And this expression and the head itself is good, the sword's good, and all the parts are good.
Yeah.
You just did a little too much here and
Yeah,
there.
a little much. Okay, this one is Matt's American Traditional.
Yeah, this one it's clean, it's perfect. Really.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Nope.
I know where the horses kind of get a little jumbled, right?
Yeah, I mean, even from this distance, looking at it, it's hard to figure out whose ears are whose ears and where it starts and ends, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, it looks really disconnected, and it's crazy because I've loved everything Matt did the whole season. He is an insane tattooer. He's incredibly talented. This one, for some reason, the bottom to me looks like a temporary tattoo that you get in a sticker pack or something that was done by someone that's not a tattooer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like a lick 'em, stick 'em tattoo.
Like those
for
aren't
kids, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of looks like 3 separate tattoos also, but stars, horses,
Yeah.
roadies.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, not my favorite. Oh my God, Matt's snail though.
It's my favorite.
Of the whole finale?
I think so. yeah.
Really?
I think it's my
You like
favorite,
it that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. Man, it's awesome. The little expression on the snail's face, his downward little mouth. I love the 3 eyes. It makes it super extraterrestrial. The closer you get to this tattoo, the more you appreciate all of the weird little stuff in the illustration.
Because I don't think he does this style. I think he used to maybe in his younger years, but not. He sticks to mainly Japanese traditional now.
Yeah,
so,
now,
So this is
for sure.
probably going back in time for him a bit, or channeling his inner creative weirdness, you know? I like it.
I love the ripples of the snail, how it comes down the mouth and it goes into the weird red sort of, what do you call it? The ribbony
Flame?
Blah.
That's cool.
It's cool.
I like the transparent shell. It's not hyper-realism, you know, so it's not
It
gonna
looks like a gelatin mold to me.
Good.
Like a Jello jiggler, and there's something inside of the Jello jiggler.
Well, it looks like, I guess we should, I don't know. I would like to eat it, I guess. I don't know. It's good, man.
Gelatin mold shell. Luca and Seth are the first to be taken out of the running, and the judges cast their votes for either Ishnard or Matt, with Matt ultimately taking the title of Ink Master and $250,000, all while repping his hometown of Melbourne, Australia.
My vote's for Matt. That means, Matt, you do have what it takes to be Ink Master.
James, I know that you're a fan of Matt and his work. You're familiar with it. You guys are Japanese artists that have been tattooing for a long time. How did you feel about this ending and about how everything went down?
I definitely think Matt deserved it. besides having a great personality and interesting guy to hang out with, he's super talented. And that back piece was striking.
It was insane. It was incredible. Matt is someone throughout this entire competition that took a swing at everything, and most of the time, he hit it, like out of the park hit it.
That's awesome.
There weren't very many things that were thrown at Matt that he didn't absolutely nail. And so it's nice to see him doing what he does best, doing it in such a beautiful way, on such a large scale. And it's nice to see such a beautiful piece of art displayed for the world that represents him so well. Last season, when you competed, we had a first. It was a father and son. You competed against Anthony.
Yes.
Right?
Wonder what everyone's thinking about us.
They're probably thinking that we're like teamed up. But I've never coddled you my whole life, you know that. You coming up and tattooing, I didn't treat you any different than anyone else who worked for me. I treat you like an equal.
Yeah.
And it's the same in this competition.
During this whole season, Matt, he talked a lot about his dad.
The Hanya, it represents an intense negative emotion, resentment, anger, all those things I've been carrying through a lot of the last years of my relationship with my dad. And I'll put in a Japanese scroll in the Hanya's mouth as an apology, like the words I wish I got to say to my dad before he passed away.
You know, obviously he got into tattooing because he was raised in the world of tattooing. His dad had been tattooing, you know, as a pioneer in Australia for all of those years. Did you have a chance to talk to Matt about that?
Briefly at the end, but I know his history. You know, his dad was a good tattooer. Just because I have my son Anthony, he's a tattooer, and I know that's kind of a similar thing. To learn how to tattoo under your dad's thumb, you know? And that sounds brutal when I say it like that. And trying to find your own voice and be known as an individual is hard. I mean, he's awesome, so he's capable of doing that. He represented his family really well.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You could do that.
I mean, almost every episode, he was wearing his dad's clothes.
My dad just passed away. I pretty much wore all his clothes all season to be him with me, so.
Oh, man.
I never got to work with my dad, but I feel like I brought a piece of him with me here, and I feel like I want it with him.
There were so many times he would design something or choose a piece of artwork or present something to us, and he would tell us he chose it because it was hanging in his dad's shop. And he talked about him in every episode. And, you know, even though Matt's dad obviously is not, you know, with us anymore, Matt really did make it feel like he was there in the room.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, every chance that he got, he spoke of him with love and respect, and it was really, really cool.
Yeah, he really cares about the family part of tattooing and tattooing by itself. He messaged Anthony when Anthony first started tattooing.
He messaged him?
Yeah,
Really?
like stoked that, you know, because my dad was a tattooer and this is when his dad was still around.
Yeah.
You know, so how stoked he was that he was starting to learn how to tattoo under me, so to speak, you know, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, not many people can say they know what that feels like, right? The sense of like, not just pride that your child chooses to, you know, follow this path that you've carved, but a sense of pride when they sort of carve their own path in that world as well.
And they excel at it.
And they excel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Anthony almost beat you. It was close.
I'm super proud of that kid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
He's awesome. It's not easy beating your kid, though.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Didn't think it would happen or play out like that anyways, right?
Yeah.
But when it finally happened, you know, I was like, I don't know what to do. Should I be happy or should I?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was a mix of a lot of feelings, right?
Yeah, I'm still figuring it out, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you guys
It's
got
still
first
weird.
and second place. He had a pretty good run, you know?
Talented kid.
Yeah. All right, well, before we let you off the hook, let's talk about something maybe a bit controversial. I would like to get your State of the Tattoo Union address on these tattoo robots. These robots that are tattooing people. What do you think? It's called a Tatbot? Does it have a
Tatbot?
name yet?
Well, I haven't seen one in person. Haven't seen a tattoo. I don't know the quality that they're done with. I'm always for industry or something changing, something advancing and new things coming out. But this one scares me.
Scares you?
In a way. If something comes along that takes away from the actual individual artist
Yeah.
and kind of makes it like non-existent, I'm not for it.
Yeah.
You know, even if it does do a great job. And if it does do a great job, well, I guess I'll be more scared.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I just don't get it.
I mean, how efficient can it possibly be?
It's never gonna be.
It's never gonna be human hands, right? And so my problem with it is I agree with you that like we are artists and we're tattooers and we want to create a place for ourselves and our peers in our industry. For me, one of the best parts about getting a tattoo, and a lot of the times about, doing tattoos, is that human connection. Because ultimately, all people want connection with other people. And getting a tattoo, giving a tattoo, it's a really sacred art form, and it's a transfer of energy.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's a therapy session, and it heals you in so many ways. And when you take the human aspect out of it, it's not just about the job security or the money or any of that. You're taking the connection out of it.
Soulless.
It's soulless. It's hollow.
It cheapens the art.
It does.
for
It
me.
does.
I like drawing a lot of my stuff on, freehanding stuff.
Me too.
And a lot of people, it's like a dying art.
Yeah.
Because you could change your mind in the moment
Mhm.
if you have to, especially if you have to. It doesn't fit properly, you could change it.
Yeah.
I don't think robots can do that.
No, like we're sitting in a room right now having this conversation, and we're both gonna leave the room with different pieces we take with us from this conversation. That's a transfer of energy. If we can change each other's perspective on one thing to cause future thoughts, or change the trajectory of ideas we have about things, that transfer is that human connection.
But maybe there'll be screens on these robots talking to you.
That's a crazy thought.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, there's going to be a robot ink master.
Oh, that's so crazy. I'm like, you know what? I'm almost to the point where I'm done kind of processing this stuff, and I'm just gonna go and make ugly ceramic mugs in the woods. That's where I'm at.
I just want to make tequila.
For my mugs.
Yeah, joint venture there.
I'll make you a tequila mug. James, winner of season 16, handing off the crown, handing off the torch.
Yeah, all over now.
All over. The cycle is complete. You're with the rest of us now. Well, it's nice to have you back here in this arena. It was wonderful to have you behind the judge's desk.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. And now is your time to tell the world how to find you, how to get tattooed by you, where you're gonna be.
You could get a hold of me on Instagram at James Tex.
Slide into your DMs.
Yeah, also email. I'm pretty easy. I'm not fancy or nothing. I don't have assistants. I do it all myself.
Yeah, you have so much extra time since tattooing takes you like 20 minutes.
And yeah, if you want to try some tequila, you could order it online.
Online where?
I don't know the website.
God damn it!
It's called Texquila.
Texquila.
I'm sure it's out there. Yeah,
Texquila. Well, next time bring some.
I will. We could all get drunk and then do this interview.
Get drunk and do the interview.
Yeah.
We should have.
Way better.
Missed opportunity.
We could censor everything.
Hindsight, man. All right, well, that's it for No More Ink and for this season of Ink Master Hometown Heroes. You can catch up on all of the past seasons of Ink Master on Paramount Plus, and don't forget to subscribe to the Ink Master YouTube channel for everything Ink Master.